used to hate gimbals, because quite frankly, they felt like a gimmick. But then I got my hands on this one, and it showed me how much a touch of clean movement can elevate whatever you're shooting. So today, we're talking about the Cinepeer 4E. Okay, so today we're talking about the Cinepeer 4E, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it blew my expectations out of the water, especially for its price point. So to start this review off, let's talk about its build quality. This thing comes in at 1,630 grams, and the body's made of a high-end plastic and some aluminum, making it extremely light. So if you're one of those type of people that likes to run around with these things for hours, this is for you. I used to not like to do that because it would hurt my back, and I'm not gonna lie, with the accessories like the wrist guard thing and the handle, I've been able to run this for hours without complaining. So this thing, when it comes to ergonomics and weight, I think it's top notch, especially for the price point. It's kind of blowing my mind in that department. So if you like running these for hours, that's a big plus for you guys. And when it comes to payload, Zhiyun doesn't really specify it on their website, but they have examples of cameras, and their heaviest one that they had on there was a Canon C70 with their Canon CRE 50mm glass, which comes around 5 pounds. So that's pretty heavy. And for the motorcycle section of the video, I had my Lumix S52X with the 24-70 from Lumix as well. That's around 4 pounds, handles it like it's nothing, but I don't think I would go over 10 pounds, and that's a pretty ridiculously sized rig anyways. So I don't know, if you need that amount of payload, maybe this one isn't it, but if you're under that, this is for you. And when it comes to modularity, this thing is extremely easy. So if you're someone that has to shoot a lot of horizontal and vertical video, you could easily just swap it out with this quick release system where you just pop this out, boom, and then you turn it, literally, and then kapow, look at this. Boom, you're locked in and you're ready for vertical video. So I just did that in real time so you can see how quick and easy it is. But quick disclaimer, if you do that, you need to rebalance it. So just letting you know, make sure you finish all your horizontal video and then go to your vertical. But if you need to do that often, this is pretty good. And when it comes to shooting options, this gimbal's got you covered. It has all of them. It has pan follow, lock, follow, POV, vortex, and go. So if you like those spinny vortex shots, you got it. And if you shoot a lot of sports and things like that, fast moving things like I do, the go option is a great option if you gotta, you know, whip left and right to get your shots. So if you need that stuff, it's in here. Another feature that this thing has is that it has a control wheel. So that allows you to control your aperture and your shutter speed and stuff like that straight from the wheel. So you never really have to touch your camera to change any options, which is pretty sick because you don't want to be fiddling around with these motors or also wasting your time. So you can just do it straight off of here and you're ready to go. And next, let's talk about battery life. This guy could run for 12 hours straight off one charge. So if you guys are covering events, weddings, or whatever, this thing will last you all day. And if you do somehow end up shooting and wasting it all, it takes only 2 hours to recharge it completely, which is actually insane. So if you're into that, this guy is not gonna die on you. And if you're anything like me and you forget to charge your stuff all the time, 12 hours is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't charged this a single time since I got it, and it's not even halfway yet, so. All right, so now I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown on how to balance this quickly. And just giving you a heads up, I unbalanced the whole thing on purpose, just for you guys, because I love you. So, oh, and also I'm not gonna call anything by its name. So I'm gonna call it this, this, and that, whatever I'm pointing at, because I'm gonna forget the names. So first, we're gonna start with the plate right here underneath, and we're gonna slide it into the quick release plate that we have right here. Boom, once you have that in, I'll turn it that way so you can see a little better. You lock it in, and then on this plate right here, this plate, you just slide it in all the way until it's touching this bar, and then you lock it in. Boom, the lock is right there. Pretty sure you guys can see it right here. And then we're gonna start with this axis right here. So let's lock everything off, and then boom, let's release that. And this is the first axis I like to work on. So I have a zoom lens, so I'm gonna put it on the center focal length of the actual lens. So when I zoom in and out, once it's balanced, it won't lose balance. If you have a prime, you can just start wherever. But if you're using a zoom, start it at the middle if you want to zoom in and out. So now I'm going to start with this part right here. I'm going to hold it right here, and I'm going to bring this base plate. I'm going to bring it further back until, boom. See, now the camera's facing straight up. We could lock this off. Now we're going to do the front end of this, which I already did. So to balance this part, you just unlock this plate, and then you can find the sweet spot where the camera won't move anymore. And that's the sweet spot right there. And just like that, we're done with this axis. And this one is super straightforward. All you have to do is unlock it. And if your camera's falling to the right, you got to push this bar to the left. And if it's falling to the left, you got to push it to the right. So mine's falling to the right. So I'm going to push this bar to the left until it no longer falls. And now we're gonna do the pan axis, and I only know the name on that one because it's literally written on the side. So, and this one's also pretty straightforward. All you have to do is get your phone or something that has a little height to it and put it underneath one of the legs, and you'll see that the camera will start spinning, and that's how you know that the pan axis is not balanced. So now I'm gonna unlock this, and I'm just gonna keep pushing until I find the point where I can hold the position. I let go and it won't slide in any direction. So we were getting pretty close there. Boom, that won't move. Boom, that's not moving, and we're balanced. And just like that, we balance the camera. But now I've only been singing this gimbal's praises, and it's time to talk about the cons. There's only one big con that I would have with this, and honestly, it doesn't affect its usability, and it's the fact that it doesn't come with a carrying case. So this thing comes in a brown box, and that's gonna be your carrying case, or your backpack, or whatever you have to be able to throw it in. It's relatively small, so it's easy to stick in a backpack, but if you want a carrying case, you're not gonna have one. You're gonna have to find a way to, pack that into another thing. And but if you need steady, easy, and reliable, this thing is the way to go. And if you're on a budget, this guy's pretty good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.